What's up, guys? In this in this video I want to go over how we can tune our 808s and why is that important. That's important because whenever you get an 808 sample, usually it's not tuned to where you want it, and if it is, that's just like really lucky if it is. So you got to make sure you're doing this to your 808. So let me just pull up a sample that I have. It's a free sample that I found online somewhere a long time ago. I just have it on here. I just want to pull up one that, these ones are obviously marked A, C, whatever, and so on, but I'm gonna pick this one that doesn't have a mark, and it doesn't tell us what it is. So I'm gonna open that in the new channel, and let me demonstrate this real quick by going to the channel rack, or not the channel rack. Let me go into the piano roll, and if we go down to this right here, and I set one in here, and we play this, it'll sound just off. Let me put it lower. Actually, higher will probably sound better. It'll sound off compared to the piano. So let me go back. So you can definitely hear that it's off. Let me turn up the, it's definitely off. You can hear it. So how do you fix that? And, what people like, sometimes what you'll do is, and I did this too for a while before I knew about, all that, when I was just playing around with everything. I would try to find notes that matched, you know what I'm saying? And it sounds better, but it's not tuned right anyway. It's just simply not tuned. So what we got to do is go into the channel rack, click on our 808, our sample, and this is the actual sample, like the wave. And I think you should click edit, right click edit, sorry. So right click edit, and we want to hit detect pitch regions. Okay, now what that does is shows us G, and then it shows us F sharp. But I'm going to use G since the F sharp's kind of like fading out, and I'm just going to use G because that's where the hit really is. So so that told us what we needed it to do. So again, edit, detect pitch regions, and then it'll tell you, and it'll do that for any one of these. We could do it for this one if we want, but let's focus on this one. So anyways, let's go right here, and it said G, so let's move this to G. Okay, so there's G. Now what that does, if we play middle C, so I'm going to play middle C on my keyboard. Okay, we're playing it with it tuned, the root note's G. So, and it doesn't matter which G you pick on. You could pick on this one, G5, G6, or whatever. And it's just a different octave. So, I mean, whatever, so as long as it's G. But if we click C, let's root it back to C, and let's hit C. So it's off. It's not off, but it's not tuned right. And now that it's tuned, okay, now that we tuned it correctly, according to Edison, it detected the actual, the pitch of it, the pitch region. So now you can hear that it's on. It actually makes sense. So let's bring that down and hear it. So you can hear that it's on now. So if we bring it one more octave lower, which is probably too low, I think, maybe, I'm not sure. No, that's pretty good, but it fits better. So same thing with this. Now we can use these same notes if we really want and create a bass line with the 808 or however you want to do it, or you could just create your own. And if doing it this way, they'll match. So let's just move them one octave down, that way they're not real high up. But okay, and that's it's not complex at all, but I mean they match. So I mean that's the whole idea, is that you're trying to get them to match. So let me do one thing real quick. Let me just play some notes or something. Let me just play a couple out, fill a couple in, and then I want to play it normally how we have it, and then I want to detune it, or not detune. I want to set it back to where it wasn't tuned right, and then you'll hear how off it is. So let me just do this real quick. Okay, so I'm just going to do these 4 notes. And then Okay, they're on, but the pattern doesn't sound good. But you know, you can mess around all you want here and do this all you want. So, now I want to show you guys how off it sounds when you do it with, you know, something so like that. So we just fill in a better pattern. That way we have actually something to work with. Okay, so now let's take it back off and let's tune it back to C or where it was. Let's tune it back to where it was. So let's put it on C and play that. You hear how off that is? Of course, they're low too, but let me shift them up. You hear how off that is? It's terrible. And you'd be sitting here frustrated for so long trying to figure that out and what notes, but there's nothing wrong with the notes. It's just the tuning. And if you don't tune it, then you'll always get that effect. And you gotta match it. So I matched mine with G because I felt like G was better than F sharp. And it is, so. Okay, so let's turn that back down. Let's move these back down. One more comparison, okay? Let me use a different note right here. Whoops. You know, I'm not going to sit here and try to make the best 808 pattern. I don't even care, really. I'm just trying to demonstrate this. So, let's do that one more time. I just want to change it again. So it's on G. So now it's back on C. Sounds terribly off. Sounds horrible. So we gotta, you know, again, bring it to G where it told us. Okay, and we can do that with any 808. So let's delete that one, and that pattern will be deleted, right? So let's replace this with the other one. Okay, now that's just a different sample. You know, it's not, you know, if you have samples there, it's all going to work the same. So let's right click, right click, hit edit, and detect pitch regions is like flag looking thing right here, marker or whatever it is. It's down here, detect pitch regions, click it. Now we get C sharp. So, you know, don't, you know, listen to that because it's right. So we're going to take it to C sharp instead of C, and we'll see the difference. So let's fill in a pattern again. So let's take that out of tune again, and right now we just tuned it, so let's tune it back to where it was. Now it's gonna be hard to tell with that one because it's only a one sharp, or you know, it's only a step up or a half step, whatever, and you can't tell, but you know, it tells us to do that, so we should leave it there and it's on point. And I guess I should do it with one more dramatic one, you know, just to do it one more time. Let's see which one's off. Let's just try this one. Replace it. Click it, hit edit. See, and you can do this for a multiple 808s. So any 808 will work. So detect pitch regions, we got C. So that one's set to C. We don't even have to move it. But you know, other ones we would have to. So like this one in the case of A, I mean, it tells us on there. So some samples do, I mean, if you get lucky. So, I mean, edit, and then if we hit detect pitch regions, it should just say A. So there's A. And that one was named for us, so, you know, and then we would just go in here and we'd say, okay, well, that's A, so we would set it to A. So, and then that's how it would work. And then it works just fine, and so we'll put our pattern back in or whatever. So we tune it off again. Let's throw it off again. So let's put it back on C. Wait, did we put it on C? Yeah, there we go. Okay, let's move it up and you can hear it better how off it is. Now that one's not off by much, but it's off. Now let's retune it again to A. Okay. So it's off, but it's hard to tell. And if you don't do that, then you'll trick yourself into thinking it's right, and it'll just be messed up. So, and then when we drop it down to a lower octave, like we would probably want it, and then when we have it out of tune, it's off. So, and it makes it worse because, you know, it's at a lower frequency and it's just causing all kinds of just chaos down there in that lower, you know what I'm saying? So, and the lower frequencies don't match, and it just makes the whole song sound terrible. So, let's reset A again. You know, it's whatever. So that's basically it. So thank you for watching. This is T-Beats, and that's how you tune your 808s. That's how, so hopefully there was no confusion. Hopefully I got everything across, you know. So you can do this to multiple 808s, anything you want. You need to do it for every song. That way it matches. So, and I did it behind this melody. That way you could actually tell, because if we did it dry with nothing playing in the background, you wouldn't be able to tell. It would just change, you know, it would just change notes, and you wouldn't really be able to tell that it was off. But you can tell this way, and that way you really understand. So, and you can hear it up close like that. You can hear that change. But anyway, thank you for watching. This is Stevie's. Peace out.